DIY or Die, Walker Vapor Group LLC, or any of its associates do not condone nor encourage the use of nicotine, vapor products, or any mood-altering substances without the explicit consent of a physician. The content viewable on this channel is strictly for entertainment purposes only and not meant to be seen as informational or educational. Must be 21 years or older to view these materials.
Silky beat. Hey, what is up, mixers? Welcome back to another glorious episode of Mixin' Vixens. My name is Emily, also known as Mill Nikon in all the DIY circles. Please join me in welcoming my other co-host, the other beautiful Vixens. We've got Rin Vapes. Hi, Rin.
Yo.
Yo, we've got Lumi.
What up?
Hi, Lumi. And then we also have Jen, the Juice Fairy. Hello, Jennifer Winstead.
How's everybody doing? I'm
Hello,
a little bit
hello.
brown. That's how
How's
I'm doing.
everyone's weekend?
Huh?
I said, how is everyone's weekend?
It's been fabulous. I really have done nothing. My daughter went camping. It's been me and my husband, and we've just chilled around the house, done nothing. I haven't done that in, I don't know, a long, long time.
Nice. How about you, Lumi? What'd you do this weekend?
Relearned a valuable lesson that I already knew but still neglected to do. Wear safety goggles or glasses while using a weed whacker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds important.
Especially when you're cutting up old raspberry bushes, so you just have like prickers and shrapnel from the raspberry bushes just flying into your eye.
Ouch.
And you don't have regular glasses. If you wear sunglasses, that might help too.
Yeah, well, I have a bunch of glasses. I just never actually wear them.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, so I had to come inside. I had to flush out my eyes because I had some pieces of crap in there or whatever. I don't even know what it was, but it was sharp. It was painful. Flushed them out, and then I put on glasses for the rest of it.
Gotcha.
Good. How about you, Rin? What'd you do this weekend?
Went bowling.
Nice.
I didn't do too hot, but it was fun.
Cool.
You know what I did? You know what I did do? I found a mod. I've been waiting for the Aegis Solo Max to be available here in the States. And
I saw that on Facebook. It looks like really cool mod.
Yeah, it hasn't been available. Like everywhere I went, I was just at Element Vape like sometime last week, and it was still pre-order. And I tried to buy it on the 4th with some of the discounts, and nobody had it available. You can get it in China, but everybody here had it pre-ordered. And last night, lo and behold, I logged in. I was like, oh God, it's available. Let me get it before they run out. Because, the truth of the matter is that with shipping coming in the way it is, when things run out now, it takes forever for them to get restocked. Yeah. So I didn't want to.
And that's the 21700 one, right?
Yeah. It takes all 3 batteries. It takes the 2700, 21700, and the 18650. It comes with a little adapter for it.
Is it dual or is it single battery?
Single battery.
Yeah, I think I want it.
I have the dual battery one, and I have the Solo, the 18650 one, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I love my Solo.
But I've always wanted the 21700 one because that's like ideal. It'll hold whatever size Eddy I want to put on the top of it.
Yeah, a single 21700 mod to me is like that's like a sweet spot. It's like a perfect vape.
It's like a real combo between the OG, the first one that came out, and the Solo now. So it's got all the specs of the one now on the chipset, and even the way that you open the battery at the bottom. But it takes a 21700. I think the old one only took 2700 or 26650, something like that. Where this one takes all the different sizes. So
nice.
I like my dual 21700s. I don't like single.
You like 21,700 duals, man.
That's a
I
lot
just
of power.
I just can't. I have
The battery
I mean,
life is
big.
awesome, though.
Yeah, but it just
It's
really
not big at all.
big
It's
number.
tiny.
Is it? Let me see.
Like,
Oh, it's not too bad. No.
man, okay, so
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I have small hands. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows, but I'm only 5'2", and that's like an inch, probably an inch more than I really am. But I mean, that's what I've been called all my life, so I always claim it. And my daughter swears to it that I'm 5'1" because she's 5'2" and she's a little bit taller than me. Anyways, and then my hands, they're just small. I mean, a freaking regular freaking 120 bottle, I can barely grab it. You know what I mean? So I can't have big mods. They hurt my wrist too. I'm old, so you know the weight.
Yeah.
The weight hurts my
Single
wrist.
batteries are awesome, but like single 18650s just don't have quite enough, you know. Oh, whereas a single 21700, just that's the sweet spot.
Well, my husband lost his single 18650. I don't know how, because he was just here in his dad's house. I bet you that he was picking up trash and threw it away on accident. You know, just we were grilling out and stuff. It went in the trash. So
accidentally threw out a mod.
Yep, he's an idiot. Anyhow, luckily he doesn't watch the show, but I have called him that. Anyhow, I ended up lending him mine, and within a day it's not working. I mean, he says he didn't drop it, he didn't do anything to it, but it's not reading my Addy. So now I'm like, what the hell? So then now he's using the OG one that's two batteries, the Aegis dual battery one. But we just like single battery mods around here. So I'm excited. I ordered 2, so I spent a shitload of money. I also ordered them with the sub-ohm tank in case I need something just on the go, because it was only $12 more, and the sub-ohm tank is $29 by itself. So I was like, that's a no-brainer, $12 more, and I get 2 sub tanks that I get to put away for an emergency.
Cool.
So that's my exciting vape news.
Did anybody else buy any new flavors or any new vapes or anything?
No, and all y'all talking about stuff, I'm telling myself, I don't need anything. I do not need anything.
I know, right? It's like it's hard for me to justify buying any more vape gear because, like, right now, just within arm's reach, I think I've got 4 mods.
I haven't bought myself any vape gear since COVID started. So, I mean, I was itching. I had a hard time justifying it, you know, so I was like, oh no, I don't need another mod, because I do have plenty. I mean, I have like 3 of these Nova kits. I just don't like dual battery mods. I have to have a single battery mod.
My little solo is perfect. At least my purse mod. I just take it with me when I'm traveling, and it's just perfect.
And I have little bitty bitty mods for my MTLs, you know, but I want a girthy, good.
First, you say you want small mods for your small hands. Now you're saying you
battery,
want girthy.
as big as you can get, one single battery.
Single battery.
Make up your mind, woman.
Well, I'm a woman. Since when are women, you know, level-headed, and you know.
Touchy subject. Touchy subject.
Oh gosh. So
you're very level-headed, dummy?
I'm perfectly level-headed.
Okay. Well, remind me to ask you for advice when I need to make decisions.
All right, as you guys see, this is just our chit chat show. We don't really have a plan or any like profile pics to go over. We just talk and just chit chat and answer your questions. So if you have any, just shoot them on over to the chat. I think Eddie's got one already.
Okay.
I have to find it. Where'd it go? Something
I'm
about,
actually pulling up the chat, so maybe I can participate.
He said, how would we envision, what kind of recipes do we envision with Wonder Flavors crumble topping and VSO tomato?
I envision nothing for VSO tomato. And
Me
crumble
neither.
topping, I want to try to go for a coffee cake, I think. A cinnamon coffee cake.
Ooh.
And for me, friends don't let friends vape savory, so tomatoes is not on my radar.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything with tomato. I mean, I'm gonna have to single flavor test it at some point, but I don't want to vape it beyond that.
You know, I never actually really thought to ask this of Swaggy, but I probably should ask him why the fuck he made a tomato. Like, what was he going for? What did
Maybe
he
he's
expect
pizza.
people to do?
Trying to go for that ravioli mix.
Phantom ravioli?
That was it Giancarlo did? And since now there's no, like, TFA stopped making the pizza or tomato or whatever, maybe he's trying to go for that. I don't know. Who knows what?
Running out of shit to do. I mean, there's only so many fruits that are out there, so I mean, maybe he was bored and was like,
He said he ran out of fruits. They got tomatoes or fruit. Let's do that.
You got eggplant you could do.
Oh, Parmesan fries. Here we go.
Yeah.
As
Potato.
far as a crumble topping, though, I might want to try for like a peach cobbler. Like, I know it's not oaty. Like, I heard it's just kind of like a cookie crumble, but I still think it would be good with, like, in a peach cobbler.
I'll probably order it, and I don't know what I'll do with it. I have a hard time with texture, so I don't know. We'll see if that one hits the spot or not. You know what I mean? So, ladies, do I look tan?
A little bit.
A little bit? I look brown? I got brown?
Yay!
One
I mean,
day.
you started out more brown than us, so.
I mean, it's my melanin. Went to the beach one day.
One day.
One day.
Oh, I'm so jealous. My legs. Okay, I was thinking about this today. I'm like, it is freaking almost the middle of July, and my legs are still ash white, like white as pale as can be. And I'm pissed. Normally by now, I have like a nice kind of base coat. I'm a little more tan. But for some reason, I'm just not this year.
Well, the reason I'm brown is my husband's fault. Because, you know, my husband is very, very Caucasian with blue eyes and everything. And he made fun of me when he was outside cooking one day and told me how white my legs were. He says, your legs are whiter than mine. I said, watch this. Hold my beer. Came back one day later. I'm like,
skin cancer. What, bitch?
Hey, 30 SPF. And I still brown.
That's with sunscreen.
Give me that melanoma. Yeah.
Melanoma, you're nuts. I don't think brown people get melanoma. Do we? Not often.
Addie used the VSAO tomato to make a fried green tomato vape, and he can't stop vaping it.
Addie, no
I'm
way.
sorry, Addie, but that just sounds nasty.
That does sound gross, Addie. I'm sorry.
I think you're broken.
Get the mascarpone cheese, some bread crust, a little bit of pie crust in there.
You can do Zen Garden with a little bit
tomatoes.
of brie and make a caprese salad.
I want nothing to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. Maybe add it to a tea and make a red eye tea and tomatoes and beer. There you go. Make a red eye. That's a Southern drink. You know what a red eye is? You take a beer, really cold. You put ice in it. It's like a redneck Bloody Mary. You pour tomato juice in there, and then you add salt and pepper, and you drink it.
It sounds disgusting.
You add some hot pepper to it, maybe. It tastes like, it's really good in the mornings when you're hungover.
Fuck is going on? You're gonna make me puke. I was hungry when we started this show.
We'll fix that. We will fix that.
You know, some people like mimosas, other people like red eyes or Bloody Marys.
Red eye sounds awfully familiar to pink eyes. I have no intentions of sticking my eye in anybody's assholes.
Yeah, Son of Liberty says you gotta crack an egg in there too. I thought that
Gross.
In what?
that's gross.
In a red eye? No. No, that's not happening. No, it's just
No.
tomato juice, black pepper, a little bit of hot pepper, and some salt. That's it.
No.
All right. Lyme's disease. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, or she says, what is premium liquid? Sorry to ask, I'm new.
Oh, I know who the hell that is. That's Patrick, that son of a Filiberto Radio. That's Patrick. There's no way, Patrick. You do not make it like that in the bars. You're in Texas. You guys do not put no damn freaking egg in your red eyes. That would be gross.
Was there a cat behind you? It looked mighty majestic and white-ish, Emily. Long-haired-ish.
No, that's a little Chihuahua mix.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Come here, Molly.
Okay, Patrick.
We'll see if she lets me pick her up.
Attack, ferocious doji. Oh my gosh, it looks so majestic. It looks like a Papillon Chihuahua mix.
It's my mother-in-law's dog.
Oh, how cute.
All right, out you go. I didn't even know she was in here. Nope.
It definitely has Papillon in it. I could see the little ear structure.
Go on, Molly.
So, Lumi, have you made any braids lately?
No.
No? How long do your Lumi braids last?
I think Adam is holding the record for one that's a little bit over 1.5 years old.
Do you ever send them out already spooled up and ready to just place, or no?
No, because braids are kind of springy. They do have a lot of surface area, but you got to think they're also really thin. So after you wind them up, they kind of lose some of that. So I just sell them in 8-inch strands.
Okay, gotcha.
And Lyme's disease. Premium is just like when a company makes their juice and they want to put a little bit nicer package, they call it premium, and then they can sell it for a higher price. There's no difference.
Dude, I just got sent the link for those red-eye cocktail recipes, and they really do put a freaking damn egg in there.
I'm good.
That's gross. A raw egg in there. No.
Maybe premium also they use fancier flavors than just TPA, Capella, Flavor West, and then they try to get you that extra price charge because they're using fancy one-on-one Flavora, Wonder Flavors. Seems pretty premium to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think anything makes juice premium other than probably the type of lab that it's created in.
Nah, not even that. It's just marketing.
I don't buy e-liquid anymore. I just buy really nice flavors and make my own e-liquid.
I haven't bought e-liquid in years. I used to buy it every now and then for like inspiration because it would make me go, oh, I could make this better than this. And then it would give me something to shoot for to make.
Well, I mean, the days of me just willy-nilly buying flavor e-liquid went away when they took them out of the shops where you couldn't taste it, because I am not going to risk buying a liquid that somebody's describing to me, knowing full and well that when I get it home, I'm going to know what's in there.
I'm not spending,
and it's not going to taste like what they're describing.
$30 plus on something that I don't know, what it
now,
is.
Back when we could still vape what was in the shops, I would go in there for inspiration, like you said. And then since I spent so much time there talking to them, I always bought some coils, and I would buy my equipment there or my batteries. Even if I didn't buy like hardcore equipment, I would buy batteries and I would buy drip tips. And I know they're making money on those drip tapes, selling them to me for $15 freaking. But I mean, I didn't care. I'm trying to donate to my local shop. And then I would usually end up with a juice that I was like, oh, this is really tasty. And I would buy that juice, but if there was nothing new, I wouldn't. Now there's no incentive for me to go into the shop unless I need equipment.
And now I don't even buy flavors that much anymore. And I don't even have nearly as much as you guys have. But unless like something comes out that's like a must have, I don't even look at flavors anymore. I'm just like, I could probably get something that can do just that within my stash.
Yeah, and I just buy flavors to refill whatever I'm low on. Like this marshmallow I'm getting pretty low on, and it's about a year and a half old, but I use the hell out of it depending on between my husband's mix and my son's mix. So, I mean, I just re-up with an 8-ounce bottle or a 4-ounce bottle. And then every once in a while, when there's a specific flavor I'm going for, like oranges, I was going for an orange menthol like a month and a half back, maybe 2 months back, and I bought a bunch of oranges because I hate orange. So I had to, I might as well just buy every single one so that I know what I hate less. I still hate.
I am Sam has a good question. Does anyone know where VSO ships from?
VSO what?
VSO, where do they ship
Ohio.
from? Ohio? That's what I thought, yeah.
And Eddie wants us to make sure we tell Trump's reps that we want them to, what do you call that? Streamline the PMTA process.
Yeah, well, I'll get on that, Eddie.
Yeah.
Just tweet him. That's the only thing he responds to.
Tweet me so hard. Tweet me so hard.
Tweet you so hard. Let's see. Any other questions from the chat? Are we going to play any games? Are we going to do anything this week? Anything exciting going on? What are you vaping on today, Emily?
I am vaping on a mix that was inspired by Tam Vape's her Nana Cream Caramel Pie. It uses Salubarome caramel butter or caramel butter. And I really love that flavor. And when I saw that this was basically the only recipe in all the flavors that uses that flavor, I wanted to do it. But there was a couple flavors I didn't have. SA caramel and something else. And so I just kind of used her recipe, but used FA caramel instead and something else. And it's pretty darn tasty. It's called Nana Cream Caramel Pie. And she uses Salubarome banana custard. And I don't have Salubarome banana custard, so I used Vape Train banana custard.
How close are they? Do you know?
What's that?
Have you heard how close they might be?
She says that the two banana custards are pretty similar. And then instead of SA caramel, I used FA caramel. But everything else is the same. It's got the caramel burr, and then FA graham crust, Jungle Flavors biscuit, Favora vanilla pudding, and Cap vanilla whipped cream. It might be my next 120 ml.
Really?
Fill up. I keep 120 ml of something going. And every now and then, when it runs out, I pick something else to kind of refill it with. And this might be the next one because it's pretty darn good.
Well, I tried something new this week. It's not actually new. I just went on ELR. And, we have like a million flavors. So I hit the what can I make and then sorted it by ratings. And then I picked a recipe that has 915 reviews. And that, of course, was mother's milk. 950 reviews. That's pretty freaking good. And they have reviews. I mean, the last review they had was in 2015. But I figured those flavors, the way they have them, are pretty freaking high in percentages. And I wanted to see how it would hit with a sub-ohm tank. And it's not bad. I did have to let it sit because it has the sweet cream and the vanilla custard in it. And it's also got cheesecake grand crust, vanilla, and then it has the strawberry ripe at 10%. Remember, I've challenged you guys to try strawberry ripe at 10%. Well, it has that percentage in there, and that might have been where I got that 10% idea from. And it's pretty freaking good. It's good for an old recipe, and this recipe is from 2015. So it's a good 5 years old. So sometimes it's good to just hit what can I make and then go back and check, the top rated ones, even if they're old ones, and go revisit something old. Because they also had one that was called Goofy Juice that I was going to make. That one had 281 reviews on it. And it's pretty much, it's a peanut butter vape. but it looked pretty good too. I haven't mixed it yet, but it's got graham cracker clear at 0.5, hazelnut from Flavor West, peanut butter from TFA, which I'll probably use the V2 for that. They don't have the V2, and RY4 double at 4%. So that's got to be a pretty caramelly, peanut buttery mix, and it sounds good to me. So that's probably my next one. It does. It's got all the flavors in it are full of that though.
Oh, Christensen says that Goofy Juice is really good.
Yeah.
And Brent Hughes says Goofy Juice is awesome.
Yeah. Well, then that does it. I'm mixing that tonight.
Do it. How can you go wrong? Caramel and peanut butter?
Yeah.
Daffy.
I'm gonna try it.
Unctuous, as Chiba would say.
What'd you say?
Unctuous.
Unctuous. Hey, what the heck was it you guys were doing on Noted this last week?
Last week?
Yeah, this week that just passed.
Marijuana.
Wasn't it marijuana flavors?
Yes.
You guys didn't have a good review for any of them.
No. None of them were good.
None of them were good. And how the hell did the hops end up in that, as a flavor that might have some marijuana notes?
Basically because there was no other place to throw Yakima hops, so we're like, let's just include it in this one.
Got it.
It was just completely arbitrary.
I didn't know if one of you guys threw it in there because it had some piney notes, or I was like, I've never tasted that in Yakima hops.
Nah, just we're like, I don't know, we don't know where else to put it, so let's put it in this one.
Gotcha.
Yep. But tomorrow is walnut.
Walnut, and that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I think so. We only have a few flavors, so we actually can talk about some more recipes. Those are always my favorite episodes, is when we have less flavors to test, because it can get overwhelming when you have 20, 30 flavors to test each week. But we can also showcase how the flavors used in different recipes, which I always like to do, to do that.
And Lumi, I saw you on Fresh's show this last week too. What was it that you guys did on Friday night, was it?
Friday night's game night.
Yeah. And what are you guys doing with that? I didn't get to tune in because I had a major migraine. Actually, no, I did tune in to San Alberto Radio, which is smoke-free radio. And so you guys come on at the same exact time, so I have to pick and choose. And
we're better.
You're better. And I saw game night, so I wasn't going to participate on a game at that time of night.
I mean, you played some of the games. It's the drawful, and where you draw a picture, and then people have to guess what it is. And I believe you guys played it on Mix and Vixens.
We did. Rin put it up one time. And I think you were here, and she was counting on you being here that day too.
Yeah, I think I didn't have power that day.
Yep. The wind blew and it was just like over.
Yep, pretty much. It's the way it works around here.
Anybody else have any other questions for us? It can be mixing related. It doesn't have to be. It can be whatever.
They ask me about my braids, about my stands, because we all know you want to get some braids. Oh, I need like some icy stuff for my shoulders. The other joys of doing weed whacking. My arms. I can't feel my arms.
It's a good workout.
Yeah, I was trying to tell myself that.
Anybody else? Rin, did you have a show this week?
No. I might do one tomorrow since I took off work. I was going to do one today, but I woke up at 7 a.m. for no reason and then was up until 11. And then I'm like, I need a nap because I'm tired. Because I didn't go to bed until at least after 2 a.m. So my sleep's screwed up. My bowling scores were pretty crappy.
Thank you so much for this. Sorry.
I think I had one was below 100, but 90, and the other two were think like 120 and 108. It wasn't a good, because we had a bowl with masks on because where I live, they're at a level 3 out of a level 4 for the whole Rona situation. So we're required, regardless of what you're doing, to wear the mask. And if you try bowling or doing anything where you're moving in a mask, it's quite irritating because like you're
Okay.
trying to bowl and it keeps moving. And
To
That's
answer
terrible.
that super chat, I do have within my links that I have here in my little copy and pasty thingy. One of the links goes to my Discord. I actually have a starter's guide of where you could go to buy all the mixing stuff. I have
Thank you so much, Tyler.
I have a public wish list on Bowl City, which is like basically my recommended go-to starting flavors for mostly pastries, creamies, and desserts kind of situations. I don't do tobacco. But yeah, I have a nice little starter list on my Discord link.
Nice. I am Sam says, what were your guys' favorite recipes from the past 4 weeks?
Oh,
Sam,
we
we're
can't
not
tell
telling
you.
you what to mix.
That's exactly right. I can't tell you what to mix because you're one of the judges next week. You can't do that. That's like cheating.
Cheater.
To, but
We can't help you out.
you got to pick, flip a coin. And he's already told me that he was going to mix 2 of each of ours. I told him that's cheating. You can only mix. You have to. I mean, he can mix as many as he wants, but he can only talk about
pick
one.
to judge. Yeah, please, if you want to mix them all and then pick the best one to
Go
judge,
for it.
that would be awesome.
Have a blast.
But you don't have to do that.
So Bobby Craig says, anyone on the panel get the new Wonder flavors yet? How are they?
I have them.
Are still in the mail. And I'm really teed off because I live in Canada and there are lots of people in the States that already have them. And I don't have them yet, and I have FOMO huge time.
I have mine.
I don't have mine. I don't get Wonder flavors. Who wants to talk to Wonder Flavors about that for me?
are you gonna actually mix them, or are they gonna go in the bin?
Right.
How many are there?
There was like 22.
20 or 22 in this newest release.
The difference between that and actually Mullenberry sent me so many at once that it's really hard when I get that many. But when I get them a little bit at a time, I still use them a little bit at a time. But I'm having a hard time. Like I pulled out the s'mores. I use them as I go. But if it's only like 10 or 20, I can do that. I just can't. I didn't even know where to start. You got to remember, I'm ADD as hell. And if you send me too much shit, I get overwhelmed. I'm like, I'll do it later.
Girl,
I just don't do it.
Huh?
I'm going to have to go ahead and say, fuck that s'mores. I don't think floral has any business in a dessert.
Well, I like tobaccos, so, I can deal with a little bit of floral, but I don't use the s'mores in desserts. I use them to smooth out some other things.
I like Addie's question. What is a typical Winstead barbecue like?
A typical Winstead barbecue. It depends. If it's just me and my husband, it's going to be steak. I mean, you can count on Jennifer eating a steak, medium rare, with a sweet potato in the oven and a salad. Other than that, when it's like a whole family get-together barbecue, it's going to be, first of all, there's going to be a fire. Somebody's going to start a fire because I live around a bunch of firebugs. And somebody's going to throw a freaking match and put some gasoline on a burn pile. And that happened not too long ago in the middle of summer when in a windy day. I live in the country too, so, it can happen. And we're going to probably cook chicken on the grill, barbecue chicken, and potato salad, coleslaw, or collard greens, and
Thank you, Tyler, for another super chat of $1.99. I'm going to interrupt Juice Fairy and answer that for you.
Thank you, Tyler.
As long as they don't have if you have like a vape ban, of course you can't get like RDAs and stuff like that. But if you're just buying from like somebody like Bowl City, you're just buying food flavorings. It's used in cooking. You are safe to order from Bowl City. you are safe to order from VSO.
Well, my question would be, what state is he in?
He said New
New York.
York. In the super chat. Read the super chat.
Come
I
on,
can't read the
Jennifer.
super chat and talk to you guys. That's why I'm asking.
Good grief.
Okay, so New York, they're having a hard time getting nicotine, but I still know that there's, I think it was River Supply is still shipping nicotine to New York City or to New York. So they're going to do it until they're told they have to stop. So you can still get nicotine that way. And as long as you're buying from a flavor house like Bull City, that they don't sell any nicotine, there is no problems with that.
Yeah, I do have a link to the nicotine on Nick River in my Discord chat too. So if you're looking for that, I literally set that up for like starter packs. Like I have the scales in there, a starter list for Bull City. I have the starter list for Nick River and VSO. Everything is in there.
What the front asks, what's a good waffle flavor to pick up?
Waffle. Mullenberry's waffle is actually pretty good. The one in the new release.
The Belgian waffle? When I went to get it, it was sold out, so I don't have that one yet.
And I like Flavor West waffle cone. Does anybody else like that one?
Yeah, I do too. Flavor West waffle cone's good. I like, don't kill me guys, but I like TFA Belgian waffle.
I do too. It has some maple in it, but I like that.
Yeah, I like the maple,
Not overwhelming. It's perfect. Like I think we have a recipe that might have some honey. I always look for those back notes in something else.
Flavor West waffle is good too.
I think so too. I wasn't going to throw that out there because it's not people don't like it. So I figured I'd go with the sage one. Yeah. So I mean, I'd say try. I guess Flavor West would be the cheapest, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and it's probably the more versatile. I haven't tried Mullenberry, but Flavor West waffle's pretty more versatile. It's not as like pungent, if you will. It's a little more forgiving, not versatile. More forgiving than TFA Belgian waffle.
What percentage do you mix your TFA Belgian waffle at?
Like 2%, maybe 3%.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it can get strong. It can get overpowering.
And remember, well, I don't know how experienced that person is that we're speaking to, but remember that you can make a waffle out of a cookie.
Yeah.
It just has to be not a too sweet of a cookie, And
then, Brent Hughes asks, what's your all-day vapes? What's that?
Yeah, Emily doesn't have one. She can't vape the same thing for too long.
Nah, I have flavor ADHD. I don't even think I vape the same flavor in a day. Like for one day. Like I'm constantly switching out my flavors.
Mine would be, of course, my strawberry coconut milk or a vanilla custard and or a Soho with meringue. It depends on my mood because sometimes I go for a mango. So I would say that my comfort, when he says ADV, that's totally different than a comfort vape, would be my strawberry milk of some sort. Not necessarily a specific recipe, but it would be strawberry and creams of some sort. And then everything else is on rotation because I always have 2 or 3 mods around. In my MTLs, I always have a tobacco or a menthol. How about you, Rin?
I mean, it's usually some kind of fruit or candy. I don't really have a all-day vape anymore because with my issues, vaping something for too long, I start getting, like, my muting gets worse. So I don't need that. I've been trying to switch it up every now and then and do, like, desserts. I just can't do them. Like, I really try, and it's, like, it's okay for a couple pulls, but it's just, I don't know how people do it.
You can't do the cream anymore, can you? Do you still add WS-23 to most of your fruits? Or some sort of coolant?
Creams are fine. WS-23 I do on occasion. I don't do it. I don't do it with fruits usually. It's usually with like a mint cream thing. Sometimes the only fruits that I do it with were Dave's recipe. Like he has at least one that uses that in fruit, the Viserion.
Mm-hmm.
which is a blueberry cream with WS-23. It's really good. But in general, I don't use that with fruit because I get like that cough drop, like the Hall's fruit breezer thing effect, and I don't like that. I like anything that reminds me of cough drops. I hate eucalyptus.
Dude, I made a eucalyptus cherry one time, and that was that was medicine.
Gross.
I bet. Yeah.
No, but I don't have issue with creams. I have issue with certain fruits, lemon, strawberry, and then it seems to keep growing into other fruits. I'll notice that I can't taste it. So
is there a different waffle with mulberry other than the WW waffle?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the new release.
Classic Belgian waffle.
Yeah, I don't have that one then.
Yeah, I'll get it eventually, but
I don't have that one then.
oh, asked me how the Saturday mixes turned out. I actually haven't tried them yet since yesterday. I'm gonna give them a few more days and then try them again, but I put them away so that I would have plenty to that have steeped and try them. But you can just tell when something has potential. Like I just know they're gonna be great.
Gotcha. And that was from Saturdaying with Fresh 03.
Yeah, yesterday on Fresh's show, I made a funfetti milkshake, like a funfetti cake milkshake, and then I made a butterscotch tart.
I'll show you a butterscotch tart.
But the kicker was, at least for the butterscotch tart, is it was someone donated to CASA, they got to ask for a recipe, so I had to go by their stash and what they already had. So that was fun. It was neat kind of sticking to those parameters and challenging myself.
yeah, it sometimes forces you to use flavors you haven't used in a while or at all.
Yeah, you got to be more creative, you know?
Has anybody, Thobai says Salubarum waffle is good too. Has anybody here tried it?
No.
I've only tried a couple of their things and I wasn't that impressed.
Really, I've only tried a handful of their flavors either, but I've been impressed with everything that I've tried. The banana flambe, the cream chantilly, their crepe is pretty good. Yeah, if you want to, and that's another. If you want a waffle, try Salubarum crepe because it's got like that kind of burnt edge, like from the griddle kind of thing going. Pretty cool.
Feed me. Feed me. Somebody feed me. I want waffles.
This morning I wanted pancakes something terribly bad. And my husband, you know, and I don't cook pancakes. I'm not cooking that. It's terrible for me. But my husband went out and bought a breakfast from Hardee's, I think it was. And it had eggs and a sausage and it had a biscuit. And I took that biscuit and doused it with some syrup and called it a pancake.
Nice. You know, I haven't had pancakes in months. Like, because normally, like, if I'm going to have breakfast, which is very seldom, but if I have breakfast or breakfast for lunch, I'm going to use my calories for something like bacon and eggs, like something that has nutritional value. Whereas pancakes, like, there's nothing there, you know? Even if you make keto pancakes, really, there's nothing there. So
I'm a fat girl, so and right now I'm totally not doing well with any of my diet plans. If anybody can tell in the chat, my cheeks are. I got my.
You got that carb face going on.
I got my carb face going on. My beach body.
That's all right. It's COVID.
Yeah, and that's what's doing it, man. I mean, I don't ever want to go back to the office. I thoroughly enjoy working at home. But I have got to clear my cupboards and just buy fruits and salad and then meat. And then let my husband bring home the starches at night because I just can't have them here. Just too easy to walk in the kitchen and get it. I think all the wine I've been drinking too isn't helping.
Yeah, wine is really bad. It's so much sugar.
And I started drinking a glass every single day right after work.
Nice.
Well, it's heart healthy, right?
Yeah, it's really good for you.
But you need a little more exercise than sitting in your office working at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm that's one of the reasons I miss bowling, because like it was really the only active thing I have done. So I think we're gonna get into the rhythm of doing it every weekend.
Nice.
So they have your bowling alleys open. Do they have a limit of how many people can be in there at once?
They space everyone out, so you're not bowling next to someone. You're bowling like 6+ lanes away.
Oh, good.
So yeah, you're not. I mean, it's actually safer than going to like the supermarket where everyone's there and no one's really necessarily keeping
Oh,
away.
it must be a really big bowling alley.
I mean, honestly, there wasn't a lot of people there, so
My husband and I went out to dinner for the first time in a long time yesterday and went and ate inside. It was too hot to eat outside, so we decided to eat indoors. And you have to wear a mask into the restaurant, but once you're at your table, you can take off your mask, right? And
Yeah.
everybody, and they spaced everybody. So there's like, they put people on the outer edge of the restaurant. Then there's a row of tables that was completely empty. And then the tables around the bar, that's what was open as well. So we were on an inside table. Do you know how hard it is to sneak a vape when there's hardly nobody in a restaurant? It was like, damn, I'm gonna have to step outside.
Oh, go figure. Poor thing.
I was tortured.
Oh, you had to abide by rules. Poor
Yeah,
you.
and I'm not, I mean,
Yeah.
no comment.
And
You guys know me.
masks, man, that's hard.
Huh?
I said vaping through your mask.
No, we could take off the mask once we got to our table, but still, everybody could see you because there's like not enough people to cover
There's
you.
no one around you to like
Yeah.
obscure the view.
You can't kind of, lean over, take a puff, It's just you. I told my husband next time we go, we're going to have to go with a group of people and sit them in front of us.
Oh, goodness.
You know if schools are open in your areas?
is that a question or a statement?
Question.
It's summer.
No, will they be opening this year?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know. And I'm seeing school supplies in stores like regular, right? And I'm like, but like, is there even gonna be school to go back to?
Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's one of those things that's up in the air over here as well.
Next thing you know, it's just going to be aisles filled with those little plastic protected Chromebooks. Hey, everybody get a Chromebook and start zooming. Start zooming.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
My sister's in college and they've just been doing it remote.
Yeah.
My daughter starts her first year of college, and the one thing we've been holding off on is signing that contract, the housing contract for her. Your first year in college, you have to live on campus. But once you sign that contract, you're stuck with it, even if they kick you out. But if you haven't signed it yet, you don't have to pay for it, right? We're holding out, but they did say that what they're going to do is modified learning sessions. So they'll, instead of going to school like they normally do and taking the fall break and the different breaks that they take after they get in there, this year they go in in August or September. I think it's August, the end of August. They go in and they get out for Thanksgiving break and they don't go back. The rest of it for the rest of the year is going to be online, but all their instructional time should be done by then. So maybe she'll be able to go to school. Maybe they'll stick to that plan. They still send us notices every once in a while that it's not solid yet.
We'd have to find somebody with kids, like maybe somebody that's even hiding in the background on mute if their kids are going back to school or not.
He's not paying attention.
Yeah, they're all swarming him right now.
James, we're talking to you.
We need that phantom voice to pop in. Do your kids go back to school? No.
No.
Are your kids going back to school, or are they going to be doing at home stuff?
He doesn't know yet.
Well,
He doesn't know
unmute
yet.
yourself
He's
so we
awkward
can hear
because
the
they
God
can't hear.
voice coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, so So there's a lot of awkward silence to the audience because they can't hear you.
Unless we can put the mic up to our thing and then have the echo of him talking.
How you
Anyway,
mean?
Shane doesn't know yet.
How
So
you gonna run OBS but not know how to make your mic come through? But you know how to mute your mic. Unmute you. Oh, failure.
all right, let's stop talking to James because it just looks weird. No one can hear
We're
us.
talking to the ghost of winter past.
He doesn't know if anybody's curious.
All right, guys. I think unless anyone else has any other questions for us, we can get on out of here. Addie, thank you so much for putting up the link. I was just gonna say, if you like us, you like what we do, and you would like to support us in a fun, tasty way, head on over to flavorjungle.com and check out our one-shot line. We also, at least Rin and Lumi and I, have a line of merch at what I don't know what the actual website is, but it's Swaggy Shane.
Vaping swag.
Vaping swag, right? Vaping swag. Where everything you buy, the proceeds all go to CASA, which is pretty cool. And then
CASA sent out an email this last week requesting donations because, you know, with all the shops and everything closing down, their support level has diminished so much. So for them to be able to continue, they're a consumer-based advocacy program. So they're for us. They're for the consumers. And I'm a consumer because I buy mods, you know what I mean? I buy atomizers. It's not just consuming liquid. There's everything having to do with vaping is consumer based. So if you haven't signed up for CASA, please do so. And if you did sign up for CASA, don't pretend like you didn't see the email. You know you got it.
And if you have mods and RDAs and stuff, but you want some sick ass coils, you can hit up Lumi. Because she braids like a mofo.
I braid like a mofo. And I make 510 stands so you can build on a 510 stand instead of risking the threads on your actual mod.
There you go.
That's right. And then if you want to get a flavor pack from Bull City, I have the morning mood juice, and that's how you can support me.
Yeah. Morning mood juice, and I have Inagata DeVita. Inagata DeVita, baby. All right. We're all out of here. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Flavor, Bull City, Scott, we're all the flavors. And Wayne, thank you so much for putting us on your podcast network. Everybody watching right now and later, we really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Everybody have a good week. We'll see you next week for our judging episode.
Where the boys are going to come in and be brutal.
Yep.
Bye, guys.